What's going on, people? It's your boy Marcus LeVar. Listen, so first and foremost, I want to say shout outs to the people who have already subscribed to this channel. Yo, it's so far it's like 230, I think somewhere around 230. But shout out to all 230 of y'all, man. Y'all really motivate me to keep this thing going, man. I got a day job, so it's hard for me to make this content, the long form content, as much as I want to. But with you guys subscribing because of the shorts, y'all laughing at my short videos and everything, man. Thank you guys for rocking with me, man. I got a lot of stuff coming. Got a lot of ideas for this page. I promise you, you will love it. It's going to be a very diverse page. I got a lot of things that I do in my life personally. I am a comedian that you guys know. I'm a running joke. That's the joke portion, but I'm also a runner. I'm a distance runner. I'm a personal trainer. I do a lot of stuff, man. I'm a teacher. I do a lot, man. So we gonna talk, man. We definitely gonna get into it, but it can't be done without you guys, man. And without me having somebody to talk to, this would just be a maniac in a tight jacket, just sitting here talking into a camera. So thank you guys, and for everybody else that's watching, that just happens to be watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that button. I'm telling you, if you got second thoughts about it, you like, nah, I want to add another page to my feed and all that, go ahead, take a look through my shorts, man. You'll see it's a lot of laughs over here, man. We have a good time over here. All right, go ahead and join up. Today though, I want to talk to you guys. I want to talk to you guys about something interesting, something that you might have seen. You might have seen this story about a pastor that was recently retired from preaching and became an OnlyFans model. Yep, that's what happened. Meet this lady named Ana Akiva from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Right? She's 36 years old. She likes long walks on the beach, and apparently she decided to stop being a woman of the cloth and start doing OnlyFans content. Yep, that's it. That's the story, man. She traded in her Roman collar for a Roman shower. Don't look that up. Do not Google that. And according to a lady named Mariana Moraes from the Correio Brasileñes, I don't know, some publication out there. I don't speak Portuguese at all. But I did find an article from Brazil, and this is how it goes. So Ana Akiva, after divorcing her ex-husband, who also is a pastor, after leaving the church, Ana's life took a real 360 turn due to her entry into the adult content platform OnlyFans. 360. I don't know if that, maybe it's a language thing, like a language, maybe a math thing. I don't know what her issue is. 360 would put her right back in the church, wouldn't it?
180. If I did a 360, I'd go completely around and end up back where I started. What? Trust me.
I don't know. Either way, after her marriage ended, Ana Akiva began to resume her career as a model. It was worth noting that in the past, she participated in the Miss Bum Bum contest. Am I gonna look that up? I'm definitely gonna look that up. Give me a second. I'm sorry. I'm curious, and I know you guys are somewhat curious if you've never heard of this. So we're gonna check this out real quick. Miss Bum Bum. I found it, so I have to be able to show this. It's not like this is too I guess crazy for YouTube, because it's on YouTube. So let's get this right real quick. But keep this in mind, she was a part of whatever Miss Bum Bum contest is before she became a pastor. So this is worth noting. Okay, I don't know what that was. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes I just don't know what the hell I'm doing with this laptop. I just hit buttons and the thing, I think it's going to comply and it doesn't. Either way. All right, here we go. Miss Bum Bum contest brings out Brazil's best natural butts. Oh, well, she's very ambitious. If this is a contest, this is what she went for. A parade of butts flocked to Sao Paulo, Brazil to compete for the title of Miss Bum Bum. The annual butt contest is looking for Brazil's best butt, which has to be all natural. All right, here we go. Let's check this out. Okay. Alright. Alright, I think I'm getting this here. Not Whoa! Okay. Wait a minute. I didn't expect that at all. Alright, so I guess my first question is, if you are a pastor, why would you make her your wife? I guess that would be my first question. Is that wrong? Is that wrong to no, it's not wrong. If you're a pastor, you should discriminate against different women to find a wife worthy of being a pastor's wife. Okay, we're gonna move on. According to Anna, when I was married, he forbade me to work outside the home and have friends. Okay, if your friends were Miss Bum Bum contestants, I can see why. He lived for his family and his church. It's difficult to be happy next to someone who controls your life and who never puts you up. Put you up. What's that mean? Like in a hotel, like makes you look nice and stuff. Isn't that what put you up mean? Isn't that what that mean? I don't know. Maybe that could be an actual language thing. I don't know. Because this is translated from Google, so I don't know. Maybe that's I don't know. Who calls you rubbish? Okay, that's not a slip. Spits in your face. Yeah, that's definitely not a translation thing. And many women go through this within the church and suffer in silence, just like me, she said. The conversion took place in 2015. I guess that's when she joined the church. She stopped being Miss Bum Bum. The conversion happened in 2015. However, she got tired of suffering from psychological abuse and several lies. I was true. I was loyal and faithful both in the church and in my marriage. But I had the free will to not want to be in a place that was supposed to be holy and that was supposed to be good, but isn't. It's worse there than selling nudes. It's worse there than selling nudes. That's a very interesting sentence, because that means that you think selling nudes is bad too. So I mean, I'm not saying that the church is bad, but if you think they're both bad, then why do either one? Like,
whatever, I do what I want.
I don't know. That's stupid. Abuse in marriage. Let's talk about the abuse. She said it was abuse. However, Anna Akiva did not go into details about what she went through. Then why is this called abuse in marriage? In her marriage with her ex-husband, but she even mentioned religious hypocrisy. It is increasingly common to hear reports of women being victims of narcissists who hide behind religion. The church is a safe place for the abuser because he can put his plan into practice using the word of God. Okay. Some verses talk about submission, obedience, and silence. I suffered for a long time forgiving all the abuse because I understood that it was my obligation, she said. When she converted, Anna Akiva exchanged her life full of glamour and Miss Bum Bum to dedicate herself entirely to the social works of the church. But I began to see that it was a corrupt environment. It is even worse than the secular world because, because they are preaching one thing and living another. Alright, so now she is out in the world. She's no longer in the church. She's no longer a pastor in the church. She was a pastor along with her husband. And now she's a flight attendant that does OnlyFans. And I know how you guys feel, right? Depending on who's watching this. Some people are like, oh, this is messed up. But that's the Christians, right? The Christians, oh, this is messed up. Oh, this is the devil. And everybody else is like, what's her OnlyFans. And that's understandable for both parties. I'll speak to the Christians though. I know a lot of Christians have an issue with this, and I'm a Christian, right? Believe it or not, I am a Christian. I do believe that Jesus is king, but I very cautiously ask this question. Somebody gotta tell me where this girl is wrong exactly, right? But let me explain before you answer the question, I guess. Just hear me out for a second. I know many interpret the Bible in a way that claims that pornography is considered a sin, and technically that's what she's doing. She's doing pornography. And the verses that they cite tend to speak about sexual immorality in about 7 different ways, right? And again, I'm no biblical scholar. I'm no theologist. I had to look all this up, right? I'm looking all this up on the internet just to make sure I spoke about this and asked this question correctly, all right? So I'm specifically asking about her interpretation of her actions. But let's get back into it. The Bible breaks down sexual immorality in 7 different categories, right? Adultery, fornication, homosexuality, prostitution, incest, and bestiality. Okay? Those are the 7 things that the Bible specifically spells out as being immoral acts of the sexual nature. And it says nothing about pornography. Of course it doesn't, right? Because the Bible was thousands of years ago. And pornography didn't exist. But it speaks about things like looking at women lustfully and how that's the same thing as adultery. But if you're not married, then what does that mean to you, right? It speaks about, it says you shouldn't exchange sex for money. But that's technically not what's happening here. You might exchange money to watch her pleasure herself if she's not like having sex on the OnlyFans. I'm just speculating here. I know nothing. I don't have any real information on what she's doing. I'm just kind of speculating here that maybe she's not going all out on OnlyFans. Maybe it's just like a little nip slip or something like that, right? So if that's the case, and she's not having sex with anybody, it's just like lewd pictures or something like that, then okay, then there aren't any exchanges between sex and money. It says you shouldn't have frivolous sex outside of the sanctity of marriage. And this is all happening in her customers' heads, right? She's not having sex with any of these people. So I guess I'm asking, like, since she's not doing anything that's spelled out in the Bible that is wrong, from what I know, I'm just basing this off of what the article says. She's not doing anything action-wise that says, hey, this is immoral sexually. Is she wrong for thinking, as she says, that she's closer to God? Those are her words. She feels closer to God now than she did when she was in the church. And I mean, the Bible does say, seek ye first the kingdom of God, but I don't think he meant condom kingdom. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't think he meant that. So I'm going to assume she only feels that way because she feels free. She feels a lot more free. She said her husband didn't let her do much. He didn't let her have her friends or whatever she wanted to do, and apparently spat in her face. So she feels more free than she did when she was tied down in a marriage. And that's tied to the fact that she was also a pastor when she was in the marriage. So again, I'm trying to paint a picture here of who this person is in a 360 view, as Mariana Moraes would say. I'm trying to paint a 360 picture here. She was a pastor, meaning she interpreted the Bible herself constantly. This is something that she had to do probably on a weekly basis. She had to get up and give her own sermon, probably. I've seen pictures. She had to give her own sermons inside the church. So if she's somebody who was charged to interpret the Bible on her own, she's also feeling freer than she did when she was in the church. And when she was in the church, she felt constrained because maybe there was some abuse going on, right? I have no real evidence or anything. I just know this spitting in the face sounds crazy, but I don't know this. I haven't heard this guy's side of the story. I don't know, but I'm just taking it as she said. She said there was abuse. She said she feels free, and she was an interpreter of the Bible. And even though I don't do the interpretation thing myself, I think the Bible speaks for itself. That's what a lot of pastors do. So my question to you guys is whether or not leaving the church and becoming a flight attendant that does porn on the side. I'm sorry, that's not my question. I'm not asking whether or not that was a good move. I'm asking whether or not she's completely wrong for interpreting her own actions as bringing her closer to God when the Bible doesn't specifically tell her that her actions are wrong. Right? And like I said, I'm not one to lean on my own interpretation of anything. I don't lean on my own understanding when it comes to the Bible, especially. I think if you go with what the Bible says, it works out for the better. And even though the Bible doesn't say anything about pornography, it does say in 1 Thessalonians, what does it say? I can't remember this thing. Again, y'all will see. I talk a lot of shit. Excuse my language, but I don't know everything, man. I'm half a moron sometimes. Here it is, 1 Thessalonians. It is God's will that you should be sanctified, that you should avoid sexual immorality, that each of you should learn to control your own body in a way that is holy and honorable, not in a passionate lust, like the pagans who do not know God. Gotta watch out for the pagans. So that's from a consumer's perspective when we're talking about OnlyFans, right? As a consumer, you gotta stop. You gotta cut that out. If you are stuck in a cyclone of porn and just lust-filled days and nights, man, you gotta cut that out. You know, and I'm not perfect. I understand. There's a lot of urge in me to look at some ass online. Oh, it's a lot of urge. Oh, the urge is dead. Trust me. What I'm saying is, I have no clue what God has in store for her or anybody else. I can just control myself. And I think that's what most of us can do. We can just control ourselves. As far as pointing fingers, I don't think there's any biblical justification for anybody to be really upset at this woman. I mean, I've seen people upset and they thought this was blasphemy. And I'm like, I mean, she's still got time. She's 36. God willing, she can figure her life out and come back with a nice testimony. But who knows? Tell me what you guys think. Yo, what you doing right now? What are you doing like right now? I know, of course you're watching the video, but I'm saying like other than that, with your hands. Are you not doing anything with your hands? Hit that subscribe button for me, man. Hit it for me, please. Please, hit it for me. I need you to hit that button. I ain't worried about the likes as much right now. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that button, man. Come on. Help me quit this job, man. Alright, man. Thank you for watching with me. Let's keep it going. I dropped a video on Instagram, and it was just a regular video for me. Just me trying to drop some content and keep the engagement up. And it went super viral. I'm talking about this thing, 3.8, maybe 3.9 million views. Craziest video I ever dropped, right? And the reason that it went that high in the views isn't because it's the funniest thing I ever said. It's not extremely funny. It's because it was painfully true. It was very true. Like, watch this. I swear I tried, y'all. I tried. I told myself I was going to get rid of all the Instagram bitches off my profile and only follow pages that do like construction work and housework. And Instagram was like, nah, I got something for you. I got bitches that do housework. And when I dropped that, I had no clue that so many men on the internet were struggling with this. Like, I had no idea. And even though most men made a joke about it, and I could sense that like these jokes were coming from a serious place. And again, I could tell it was mostly men because I was watching the likes and the shares and stuff like guys. It was guys. Now this is where the algorithms did their thing. For some reason, this video went on the algorithm stream and like high-fived every guy on the East Coast. I don't know what it was, just like man after man after man. And all the comments were men just going, thank God somebody understands. Thank God somebody understands what I've been trying to do. Listen to this. Just listen. I got some of the comments right here. Let me see. Here we go. Man, I thought I was alone at that goal. I block every OnlyFans or XXX content I see. I can't count how many there are because I'm still blocking them. A crying shame. This man can't, look how old he is. Look how old this man is. He can't, I didn't even notice that. My man can't get the ass off of his timeline. And he old as hell. If he, like, I feel for this man. Remember, they dropped that ceiling challenge and he probably had half a heart attack. He probably was ready to die after they dropped the ceiling challenge, man. Oh my God. God bless him. Can't scroll in peace. Ha. You can't. That's true. I'm so serious, yo. You will literally, I tried this one time, yo. I was going through my timeline, going through my reels or whatever, just exploring through the whole thing. And I had a theory. I'm like, maybe if I don't watch any of the content, like if I don't let it play at all, as soon as I see ass or somebody putting a phone on the ceiling or something like that, I just go past it. And I did that once or twice and they stopped suggesting it for me, right? And I was like, wow, maybe this is a coincidence. And in my mind, I'm like, maybe this is a coincidence. And then another video came up, right? And I just let it play. And then boom, every other video was ass. It was crazy. It was crazy, yo. So I understand what he's saying. It's hard, yo. It's like getting tar off your shoe. You gotta get in the cracks and all that. It's like Venom. Like Venom from Spider-Man, you know what I'm talking about? It's like Venom. Yo, Venom, you gotta get rid of Venom all the way. You can't just like step on this nigga. Like, this is always another piece of Venom somewhere, man. And that's exactly what it is, man. Here we go. Here's another one. They infiltrated the car feed, the football feed, the basketball feed, now the construction feed. We're done, dog. I don't disagree. I didn't know they had infiltrated all those sectors of the internet, but I knew it was serious. The basketball feed is crazy. I've definitely seen the little lingerie leagues and stuff like that, but I didn't know it was getting that bad. The basketball feed is definitely crazy. The football feed, basketball and football is weird. The car stuff is understandable. It's inside, you get a girl wearing next to nothing or a girl with a nice body working on a car, that's easy work, man. Football and basketball, there's only so much you can do. I didn't, you know what, I didn't know at all. Laughing my ass off, on God. Now it's only chicks that do art on my timeline, but they half naked. Hey, man. Damn, the art guys can't get past it either. They doing art half naked. See, man, damn, I'm trying to get away from it, but I didn't know that was a category. But I'm trying to get away from it. We getting away from it. But yes, that's the struggle that we're going through as men. As men, this is the current struggle that we're going through, and a lot of ladies don't understand it, which is why a lot of ladies didn't fall into that algorithm where that video touched, man. I'm just now starting to get some girls that are like liking and resharing it, but it was all guys, man, all dudes. Sausage party. Alright. And what it really showed me is this, that we have an issue. We have an issue that's being magnified by social media. It wasn't created by social media. It wasn't created by it at all. Because sex attracts men naturally. We all know this already. Sex. And I'm not talking about like just the idea of it. I'm talking about the visual aspects of sex attract men naturally. Most women see other women spreading cheeks and shaking titties all over the place, and they immediately turned off. Immediately. I've seen it. That's not the case for most guys. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen guys watch a video, girl is dropping her ass, and everything from a guy's perspective looks nice. Then a girl will look at the video and be like, oh, yeah, why she driving on that floor like that? She probably got something. That floor nasty as shit. Guys didn't even see the floor. We didn't know there was a floor. There was no floor. There was no floor. It was just her. And the girls saw everything else, right? So that's Guys are drawn to the visual aspects is what I'm trying to say. And it's like a mosquito to a damn bug zapper. We will just mindlessly walk into more and more and more ass if you keep presenting it to us. And the social media knows that. They know that. They get the most engagement out of guys when there's some sexual nature to the video. They know that. If you watch one video in full, they can get you to watch multiple videos. Like I said. And that's how they get you. Which is why, if you find yourself scrolling, just keep swiping past it, man. Just keep swiping past the half-naked women or the OnlyFans girls. They'll eventually stop suggesting it. And the second you watch one, it's over. I keep telling you. The second you watch one, it is over. Every other damn video. Ass, a phone to a damn ceiling. And guys are silently screaming about this, man. They are silently screaming to be let out the matrix. And it's so hypnotizing that not one of us can yell out that they need help, man. All they can do is keep scrolling. Good luck.